Alright, let's see. I have, like I said, I had some other videos. I think we're gonna do the what I ate while in Korea Emirichi one. So hopefully you guys aren't hungry. Because this is probably going to make you hungry if you like any of that food that is shown on there. So, you guys ready? Let's watch this.
I recently came back from a short 5-day trip to Korea to see my parents, and I decided to document everything I ate in the week that I was there.
Thank you.
I asked some of you guys and my friends for some recommendations on what to eat and where, and this video is the result.
Yogurt.
So here's everything I ate in a week in Korea.
I haven't been doing a lot of food-related videos because since I've been on a diet, I've been needing to not eat, and I don't have the one medication that makes it so I'm not hungry. But I had food earlier, and a lot of the medicine I'm on because I'm sick is helping, so, yep.
Before I try everyone's recommendations, it's time for me to give my recommendation, which are the snacks from today's sponsor, Tokyo Treat. Tokyo Treat is a monthly themed snack box packed with treats straight from Japan shipped to was Korean barbecue at a chain. Now let's get back to some tasty Korean food. Day 1.
All right.
So the very first place my parents took us to was Korean barbecue at a chain called Gangang Sulle. Korean barbecue is very much a once in a while sort of meal for me because, as you can see, there is a lot that comes with it. With the delicious cuts of kalbi meat, we also received some purple rice with beans and pumpkin, some spicy doenjang-jjigae, which is basically Korean miso soup, and of course, a plethora of delicious veggie side dishes. And at the end of the meal, we received a sweet cold tea and some puffed barley snacks. I don't actually remember what these were called, but they were super good.
I like chopchae.
To save myself from the intense food coma after lunch, I got myself an iced latte at a nearby cafe. And then for dinner, we went to a restaurant called Chomsugor and ordered their toso bibimbap, which is a stone pot rice bowl that comes packed with a ton of vegetables and meat, and this is one of my favorite dishes ever. You throw in a little gochujang pepper paste, mix it up with some egg, and you have perfection in a bowl. And the stone pot crisps up the rice at the bottom, so you get that nice little toasty golden crust underneath. So good. Anyways, we completely demolished dinner. Day 2. We started off our morning at a bagel place that was near our hotel, and I ate one of the worst bagels I'd ever had in my life.
I'm sorry.
Cream cheese that tasted weirdly sweet. And you might be like, Emily, you're in Korea. Why the hell are you getting bagels? And you know what? That's fair. But my mom had seen the display pictures of the bagel sandwiches the night before, and she really wanted to try this place out for breakfast. So I kind of expected it to taste not great. This was a waste of a meal. I like my bagels dense and chewy with a nice toasty exterior. And if you also like your bagels like that, then maybe don't get the bagels in Korea. But to make up for it, for lunch, I ordered some goldungo mujurim, which is braised mackerel with radish, and this was easily one of the best meals I had during my trip. It came with rice, with some beans and pumpkin again, and of course, a small assortment of side dishes.
Pumpkin.
The mackerel was a little spicy, juicy, super flavorful, and I'm drooling just remembering this meal. Oh my god.
I'm just not a big fan of mackerel.
We went to Paris Baguette to share a very mediocre pumpkin and some iced Americanos. And for dinner, we finished off the day at my dad's absolute favorite jjajangmyeon spot, which is at a Chinese-Korean fusion restaurant called Ipum. I shared a bowl of seafood jjajangmyeon with my mom, and for the table, we also shared some sweet and sour pork and these beautiful crispy fried dumplings. This place was so delicious and is a go-to spot for my dad whenever I come visit. Day 3. It was a super rainy day today in Seoul, so we spent all day shopping at the mall and also staring at all of the delicious food and baked goods being sold in the food area.
What are those?
For lunch, we went to the food court and ordered some cheesy tteokbokki and jjajang tteokbokki and also a side of sundae, which is Korean blood sausage. Tteokbokki is one of my favorite comfort foods. It's so chewy and saucy and savory, and I literally never get tired of it.
Cheese in that.
And it goes so well with sundae, which I actually used to hate when I was a kid, but is now something that I actively crave.
That makes sense.
In the same food court, my mom bought some buttery breads that she smelled in passing from this place called Bottari Jaegwajang, and their breads were insane. They had this salty and crispy exterior, like a delicious savory crust, and the inside was just coated in butter. It was like a perfect combo of sweet and salty, and I wish I could show you what their boots smelled like because it was so good. I completely understand how my mom got drawn in because the smell alone was like a siren call.
Here, try it.
우리 거 있잖아 여기.
아니야, 달라. Different.
They're different?
Oh, yeah. That's a little salty. This is just like original. This is
You
original.
make it look so unappetizing. Yeah. We saw this booth that was selling the most beautiful looking mini cheese pies, so my mom and Didas got a blueberry mini cheese pie, which they both really enjoyed. And later that night, when we went back to our hotel, my
Korean
mom
fried
ordered
chicken!
some Korean fried chicken.
Yeah!
She shared a box of plain fried
Fucking-
chicken with a side of cheese powder.
That is, like, okay. The Koreans have mastered fried chicken. There are several places near us that do Korean fried chicken, and, like, it's so good. Like, you guys know I live in a Korean area, so, like, there's a lot of different Korean stuff, but the Korean fried chicken, oh my god.
That I sprinkled on half of it, and also a small box of garlic soy chicken and honey chicken. A Korea trip is not complete without Korean fried chicken, and the best way to experience it is in your pajamas in the comfort of your hotel room.
Yeah!
Day 4.
I
So
love
the
getting it
coffee
and bringing
chain
it back home.
Holly's was advertising this horrific looking drink called a Monster Americano, and it is exactly what it sounds like. A drink with equal parts White Monster and Americano.
Okay, so, again, Korean area. There is a Korean coffee place by me that used to do, I don't know if they still do because they have new owners now, they used to do a Red Bull and coffee. So, I'm wondering if that's kind of what this is going for. But, like, I don't understand. I never got it. I don't understand the hype of this, so I don't get it.
And Didas really wanted to try it. I thought it tasted like bad.
That's right. I know you know, obviously, Thunder, since you were stationed over there for a while, but, like, the cafe culture and the Korean fried chicken, they're, like, the two things that, like, I feel Korea has taken and made their own, and it's, like, amazing. So, also, I mean, like, I love, like, their traditional food as well. I like sundubu, I like, bulgogi, which is just meat and rice, but, like, I do really like bulgogi. I like, kimbap. I like tteokbokki, so, but, like, those are, like, the two things that I think Korean, like, culture has taken from someplace else and, like, made their own and made it, like, way better, so.
Battery acid, but he somehow really liked it. So I decided instead to
course
drink a
Didas
regular
liked it.
Americano with some whipped cream.
Yeah.
And for lunch, I decided to try a place that several viewers recommended to me called Mipudong, which is a
Mipudong.
Korean-Japanese fusion restaurant.
Oh, that makes
And the
sense.
item that people suggested I try was their signature salmon noodles with tomato. My mom
Salmon
ordered
noodles?
the salmon rice bowl, which looked beautiful, and Didas and I both got the signature salmon noodles, which also looked very beautiful.
Until
But
you
we
put that
thought
on
this
it.
tasted fine. I will say the shrimp tempura was really good and juicy, but most of the bowl was just
I don't know what that is that they poured in there, but that did not look appetizing.
cold broth, and the tomatoes
Oh, it was cold
didn't really
broth.
do anything for me. The
Yeah.
whole concept honestly felt very gimmicky. We also got a side of soba noodles with cold broth, and the noodles were fine, but the broth was weirdly really sweet, and I was not a fan.
See,
I think if I were to come here again, I'll just order
not a
what my
cold
mom
broth
ordered.
fan.
The food was fine. It tasted good. I just thought the salmon noodles were a little overhyped. Another thing that was highly requested of me was trying salt bread, which I guess is the latest food trend in Korea. And if there's
Wow.
one thing Korea loves, it's trends.
Yep.
So I went to this one bakery in Hongdae that a viewer
What was
Korea
that?
loves. It's
The number of labubus and Dubai chocolate related things I saw was crazy. There you go. Yep.
trends. So I went to this one bakery in Hongdae that a viewer recommended to me and picked
Buttery
up a salt bread for
bakery.
myself. This bakery was super cute and cozy, and they were also selling this bread sticker sheet that I picked up with my bread, which tasted really good. I mean, it's salt, flour, and butter. Of course it's gonna be good. Normally, I'd be like, it's just buttery, salty bread, but I actually really like that crunchy butter crust that all the salt breads seem to have in common at the bottom. And while we were walking through Hongdae, we saw another shop selling just salt bread, so I grabbed a
Wow.
couple to go to snack on later. For dinner, we went to a restaurant that a
salt
friend
bread.
highly recommended called Italy Gukshi, which is an Italian-Korean fusion restaurant. A lot of fusion restaurants today. And she suggested I try the truffle cheese pasta. Unfortunately, that pasta was completely sold out. So we
Aw.
ordered and shared the burrata and ragu tteokbokki and a crab and mushroom risotto. I was
Can't
a
go
little
wrong with
nervous because
tteokbokki.
I wasn't sure how well Italian and Korean food would go together.
You weren't sure how well Korean food and Italian food would go together. Seriously? Like, this is one of the fusion things that I'm like, I could definitely see being delicious.
And although I'm not sure these could fall under either category, they were both pretty delicious. I would be very interested in trying the other items the next time I visit.
Nom, nom,
However,
nom.
the only real complaint I have is they played this god-awful song on loop for
I
the
like to
entire
disco.
time we were there.
Let's go
the same
disco,
song
disco,
for like
disco,
an hour
disco.
straight.
Do
They
what-
lowered the
do you
volume
want a
later, so it
disco?
wasn't totally unbearable, but my god, we could not wait to get the hell out of there after we were done eating. Maybe they do it on purpose so you don't stick around too long. So one of
That
my
might be it.
viewers asked if I could try a cake from Baskin-Robbins. And the reason for this is Korean Baskin-Robbins has some of the most adorable ice cream cakes you will ever see.
Look at the
And one of the
seal!
cakes that caught my eye was this 3-tiered cake that had a bunch of ice cream scoops and squares of various flavors. It was like an ice cream sampler pastry stand. This is basically the
awesome.
solution to ice cream cake flavor.
I've seen several other people do like videos on this specifically. So this is interesting that she got one of these to me.
Fatigue. So we brought this cake back to our hotel room and shared it with my mom. It was really fun to eat, and most of the flavors were pretty good and perfect for the hot summer weather.
Nice.
If you come to Korea with friends, I highly recommend the bonding experience of eating an entire Baskin-Robbins ice cream cake in your hotel room. Day 5. For breakfast today, I took Didas and my mom to a very highly requested spot called Dotori Garden, which is
looks
a
so
very
cute.
cute naturesque cafe and bakery with a Ghibli-inspired vibe.
That squirrel. That squirrel's very cute.
They had some assorted baked goods on display, which looked really cute and picturesque. But I personally am not the biggest fan of uncovered baked goods, even though it's a pretty common thing in Korean cafes. I just don't like that people will be hovering over them while waiting in line, and the possibility of flies having free access to everything. So I tend to avoid reaching for baked goods that are just out in the open, but I
That's
couldn't
fair.
resist getting 2 of the acorn-shaped pastries.
I mean, it makes sense. Their mascot's a squirrel. But oh my god, you guys, acorn pastries. They look so cute. That's like, it's pistachio and peanut, it looks like. So, me too, Corgi. I want these. They look good.
The highlight of this cafe for me was the Greek yogurt station, where they assemble your yogurt bowl right in front of you. My
Oh,
mom
that's
and I
cool.
both ordered the blueberry yogurt bowl, and all of these items were presented beautifully on wooden dishware, and the yogurt bowls tasted really good. It was refreshing and not too sweet, and the acorn pastries weren't too bad either. One was
Pistachio!
matcha
Yeah.
and pistachio flavored,
Yep.
and the other was almond flavored.
I knew
Didas
it.
and I also
it
shared
was
the shio
peanuts or
brunch,
almond.
which came with a salt bread, some turkey bacon, veggies, and an egg.
Turkey bacon.
And I cannot lie to you, this particular item did not taste good.
Aw.
It looked gorgeous, but it was shockingly bland. So I don't know if I can recommend any of their brunch plates, but the yogurt bowls are fantastic. It was especially hot and humid this day, so for lunch, we stopped at a quick restaurant near Gyeongbokgung Palace and ordered some naengmyeon, which are cold buckwheat noodles. It's a super
just not a-
refreshing dish with
I'm
a
just not a
tangy
cold noodle
vinegary
fan.
broth flavor, and just like the sundae, I used to hate this when I was a kid, but now it is a must-have when the summer rolls around. On the way back, we passed a coffee shop called 10% that one of my friends had actually recommended I try. So I ordered the dirty peanut latte and an Einspanner, which were both very good.
I know what an Einspanner is. A local cafe that is near us also makes Einspanners. I didn't know that they were a thing outside of them, but I guess that makes sense. They are also another Korean-owned thing, so...
Later, when it got hot again, we bought this frozen yogurt brick thing with nuts and fruit.
What?
It was cute, but it didn't taste like much, and
Yeah, I was
I
about to
probably
say.
wouldn't get it again.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it would taste
Titus
like much.
really wanted to eat rappuki, which is just tteokbokki with added ramen noodles.
Yeah!
So for dinner, we
He's
went to
got
a
kimbap.
kimbap shop and ordered rappuki and fried shrimp kimbap to share with my mom. The rappuki was tasty and super spicy, and
Nice.
the kimbap was delicious.
Yay!
The
I love
shop's
kimbap.
kitchen was unfortunately closed at this point, and
What is what? Sorry. What is it? What is what? I just noticed that you typed that. What was it, Corgi? What? I will wait. The coffee drink. Oh, an Einspanner is like, it's coffee, and sometimes it has milk in it, but it's usually like a strong coffee with a very thick cheese foam. It's kind of like how cold foam is, but it's a lot thicker. And so, like, you're supposed to drink the coffee through the foam, and that way it, like, flavors the coffee. But it's like, instead of like how cold foam will like melt into drinks and like go away, the cheese foam doesn't do that. It just kind of sits there and will like, it will dissolve in the coffee as you're drinking it, but yeah. Yeah, you've seen the cheese foam there? Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it is. It's some kind of cheese foam, I believe. And like, the place that I go to, you can either get it flavored with cocoa or matcha, so you can get a cocoa Einspanner or a matcha Einspanner. So, yeah, I didn't realize it was a thing outside of that cafe.
we were still hungry. So we walked over to BBQ Olive Chicken and
Heck
shared a
yeah.
basket of olive fried chicken.
Heck yeah!
That's right, baby. We're ending the trip with even more Korean fried chicken.
Fuck yeah!
This chicken was so delicious and
Yeah.
crispy and juicy,
bet.
and the
It looks so
batter
good.
was everything I could ever want from fried
That looks so
chicken.
good.
Day 6. In the morning, we flew back home to Tokyo, and the first thing I wanted to eat for lunch upon returning was a shrimp and avocado banh mi and a Vietnamese iced coffee. I know, it's not Japanese food. Shocker.
Yeah.
I think my
huge
craving
shocker.
for pickled vegetables grew stronger from all of the pickled veggies I ate in Korea, because this
That makes
banh mi
sense.
tasted extra good.
Yee.
And
I
for
don't like
dinner,
banh mi, but I
Didas
get it.
was really craving tsukemen, so we ordered some. Tsukemen is like a dipping version of ramen, except
like
the noodles
tsukemen.
and broth are much thicker, and I find it much more enjoyable than regular ramen.
Yep.
Day 7. Today was
Getting
a
Korean
very
for
special
lunch?
day because
Fuck
I had
yeah.
my friends Giri and Sydney over to have a K-pop Demon Hunters watch party.
Yay!
And for the special occasion, Giri taught us how to make homemade kimbap. So we had a whole spread of ingredients. My favorite cup ramen, which is this like yukijang flavored ramen, soda, shrimp chips, tteokbokki. I left out a small bowl of yakwa, which are these Korean honey cookies. And
Aw.
Sydney even brought over some red ginseng extract because it reminded us of the tonic juice scene. The watch party was a lot of fun, and the kimbap we made together tasted delicious.
I bet.
10 out of
That looks
10.
so good.
Would absolutely love to plan more on-theme movie watch party lunches in the future.
Fuck yeah.
And that's everything I ate during my 5-day Korea trip and the 2 days after I came back. There is a lot more food I would have liked to eat during my trip, and I would have liked to eat.
Oh, the rice cake soups are also really good. The hot dog. Like, this is another thing that Korea does that I really like, is the potato covered corn dog or cheese dogs. So fucking good. I need friends like that. Yeah. No, I get that. Oh my god, it all looks so good.
more traditional soups, but the summertime was way too hot for it.
Yeah.
So I think the next time I do a What I Ate in Korea, it'll be in the wintertime when it's a lot colder.
Oh, yeah. This is... I don't remember the name of it. I'm very sorry. But this soup here with the rice cakes and the milky broth, it's like bone broth. So fucking good. It's so delicious. I love this soup. I love these style of rice cakes. And then these are amazing too. They're usually filled with some kind of syrup or like sesame paste, but they're like filled pancakes. It's so fucking good. Potato cover anything and fry it. Hell yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Also, hey Ren, welcome in.
And if anyone has any suggestions for what and where I should eat next
Oh, that's
time I
probably
go,
what it is.
please
Yeah,
let me
Corgi.
know.
That is probably what it is. So, yeah, that was good. That was good, Emily.